Aloha all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to create an online flipbook or online scrapbook for you to share with your friends and family. So I'm going to open up this program and I'll put in the links or in the comment, I'll put a link to the program that I use. I have a PC version and a Mac version, and they have different variations of making into a flip book, so you can look at the different programs there. I'm going to create a new project, and it comes up with import PDFs or import images, and because I do mine in JPEG, I'm going to import images. And then I'm going to hit the plus sign here, and I'm going to go out to my external drive and pick up those files. Finalized, and go down here, and pick up these. Okay, and we can see that after hitting the plus sign and selecting the files, it brings them all up here. And so I'm going to import those into the program. This is a program that you download and have directly on your computer. And it takes a minute because depending on how detailed or how large your files are of your individual pages, it takes a while to upload everything into the program. Okay, we can see that it imported the files and it brought up a preview of the book. And so what we're going to do is, I don't particularly want this template. There are many templates to choose from that come with the program. Right now up here it is set for mobile, and I'm going to select for desktop so that I can change the theme. I'm going to go over here, and each time you do a change, it will make a new preview of the book. So I had changed it from phone to desktop, and now I'm going to come over here to theme, and it'll bring up the different themes. And let's see, I want something kind of woodsy, so let's try this one. Double click, and it's generating a preview of the book. Let's see what else we've got. Let's try this one. It's a darker wood. And again, generating the preview. I kind of like that. I think we'll work with that. Okay. So now I'm going to go back up and to the left, and it says Design Setting, and I'm going to click on that. And if you noticed before, there was a little logo right in here. Well, I want to add my little logo, so I'm going to go down here and to the toolbar logo. This is your toolbar right here, and I'm going to move over here so I can find the folder, and I'm going to click on that folder, and I'm going to browse, and I'm going to go out and find my logo to add to that. And I'm going to go with this one here. So this right here is going to show up right here. So I'm going to hit open and OK. And then you can see it's applying the changes already. Or you can hit the apply, and it's generating a new preview. So here we go. We've got Created with Love by Cheryl Ames. So that my logo is up here. You can create anything to go up there. In your Photoshop program, you can create a little logo if you want. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down, and I would like to put some sound to this album. So you find the sound button and show sound, and I'm going to come down here to the sound file, over here to the folder, double click. Okay, so for the music I'm going to go out and browse. I'm going to go over here to my main part of the computer, and select Music, iTunes Media, and I'm going to select Music, and then come down here and select Relations, and over here I'm going to select an MP3 file, and I'm going to select that one right there and hit Open, and I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to go up and apply the changes, and it already started, but I'm just going to go ahead and click that again. Okay, and then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. Let's see, I think everything else is good. Cover, alrighty. And then this is my cover page that I made in Photoshop. And so you can use these arrows to flip through once you put this into upload it to be online. You can use these arrows, which you can use in here, or you have the little arrow up here, or you can do a corner, so you can actually drag it just like you would a page to open your page. So that's your cover sheet and your first page, and then you can just page through and see if there's any adjustments that you would like to do. See if there's anything that, maybe your background you want it to match up a little bit better. When I put a background on, I work in a left and a right page, and I do my left background, and then I bring that same paper over to the right page, and then I horizontally change the look of it. So this is the same paper brought over here, pasted onto the second page, and then I flip it horizontally, so it kind of gives a more natural look and kind of a blended look. So you might want to be looking to see if there's any changes that you need to make regarding the pages together. Now I'm going to have to look at this page, these pages here, and I might have to go back in and edit those a little bit because there's this black line there that I don't like. So either I didn't bring the photo over far enough or something. So I'm going to go back in and look at those pages. Make a note here which pages to look at. And then this looks good. And I will show you how to bring in a new photo to replace those pages. You can edit your pages on this. Not the physical page, but you can bring in a new photo to replace the old one. So let me continue on here. Backgrounds look good. Not quite sure if I like that. I might actually switch the pages from, I think I'm going to switch the pages so this doesn't have such a drastic change in the middle. So I'm going to make note of that. Switch sides. Okay, and I might kind of feather this side a little bit, do a little watercolor brush and take some of that off so it's not quite so drastic. So I'm going to, and that was inspiration point. So I'm going to erase the hard edge, make it a little bit easier. And so, and this was a sad story at the end, but if you're interested, you can read that later. And then I have one too many pages because this should be over here, so I need to take out that the last cover sheet on the back. And I know why that happened, because I ended up adding another page into the scrapbook itself. So I'm going to go out and edit, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I've made my edits. I've corrected this little black part here. This photo I had not brought all the way over to the edge of the page. And so it's always good to go flip through, go back and make your changes, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to edit some pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply all the changes one more time before we start out. Okay, so now we're going to go up to Edit Pages right here. And what it's going to do is bring it into another window for us to make some edits. And so I know right off the bat, I need to go down here at the bottom, and this page here, we need to delete this page. And what I'm going to do is, so this is that back cover that I didn't need. So I'm going to come up here to the delete, and I'm going to delete the selected. And it's going to ask, do you really want to delete the selected? Yes, I do. Okay, so that page is gone. So now we're going to go back up here to the pages that I need to work on. And that would be, okay, this one here. Remember that this did not go all the way to the edge of the page. It looks like it did, but it didn't when I actually went into the page. So I'm going to replace this page. And go out to my external hard drive. And my finalized files. And I'm going to look for page 18, yes. Okay, so those changes have been saved. And then the next one, I'm going to go ahead and just replace it. And oh, this is the one that had the black mark. As you can see, the page didn't go all the way, photo didn't go all the way over. So I'm going to replace that page. And go back out. Black area is gone now. So, alrighty, and then the next pages I need to edit. these right here. And I'm going to go ahead and remember this one here, this is the right hand page, and I don't want that drastic line there, so I'm going to move it over to the other page. So what I did is I just swapped the pages. So I'm going to replace this page. Page 26, okay. And now you can see there's 2 pages of that. But then this next page, I'm going to go ahead and replace that. Page 27. Okay, so those are done. And I've got 2 more to edit here. And they would be these next, this next one here. Because I didn't edit this one. I didn't change that one at all. So this one here, it had a harsh edge up against this next page. So what I did is I went in and kind of tweaked it a little bit and put a frame around the photo. And I actually kind of like it a little bit better than I did the other way. So I'm going to go in and find that one. That's page 29. Oops, 28. 28. And so I put a frame around it instead. And it makes it blend easier. This edge here will blend easier with the edge on this one over here. So now that it's all edited, I'm going to go up here and save one more time. It says the changes are saved, and then I'm going to save and exit. And now it's going to bring us back to the beginning where we were. So now I'm going to flip through real quick just to kind of check the changes. Changes. Oops. Sorry. See, there's one more change I need to make. And if you notice, there's this edge here, but that same edge is over here. I forgot to reverse my background, so I'm going to reverse background. Alright. And then we'll go and check the other pages here real quick. And so we don't have that black line in there again. I'll go back over here. Okay. And then we had our next one to change was this one here. And of course now I have this here. So squirrels. To lessen that. So it's not so drastic. Okay. And the other one, this looks much better. I like that. There's no more drastic edge there, so that works out good. And it was just taking out the back cover, so I'll go and edit that one page real quick and be right back. Okay, I've made the edits and I've already published them up to went into the edit and replaced those pages. So this is the page that I replaced. This came over all the way over here to the edge and made a hard edge, so I kind of softened it up by taking out the watercolor brush, erasing some of that area. So that looks much nicer. And then I went and, let's see, it's close to the front. Oops. And it was this page, so now we have dark corners, and this all matches up here. So that's why I suggest making, if you're working in Photoshop, I always have my working files. I'll show you real quick here. I save my files as digital files, and these are all my PSD files, so I can go back and make edits, and that's exactly why, because we found those. And then once I finalize them, I put them into JPEG files, and then they're all listed in here. So as you go through your pages, you see you need to edit. That's why I suggest always saving those PSD files, because that way it makes it easier to edit. So now what we're going to do, I've got the music, and I've got all my edits done. Okay, now that we have, let's see real quick, I have that back cover. I needed to make sure, forgot to make sure that was changed. Perfect. Okay, and it opens right up to the last page. Okay, so good. Alright, so now we're going to go up to Publish, and you need to select a folder in which you want to save this to. And I'm going to go real quick into here and create a new folder real quick. There. So I'm going to browse and find that folder real quick. And there we are. And I'm going to choose the folder, and then I'm going to change the name. And I'm just going to copy that and paste that in the title. And I want to make an HTML5 only. That way I can open it directly up into the internet. And I'm going to hit Publish. And so it'll take a few minutes to process all the pages. And so it's not only making a desktop version, but it is making a mobile phone version. So now it has been published, or it's got all the files ready to go. And now I'm going to upload online. And I don't have an existing book. If you were making changes to an existing book, you would check this mark over, right, an existing book here. And I do not want Flash. I want HTML5 only, so I select that and I upload. And this is probably the longest process that it will take for it to upload all the files. So I will be back in a minute and we'll go from there. Okay, depending on how many pages you have, how large files that they are, it can take anywhere from 15 to maybe 20 minutes for it to upload everything to get it ready to actually go out and view it on the browser. So now what I have is it comes up with this: congratulations, uploaded successfully. And you can copy the OnLine. This is the URL that you will find it at. You can either social share it, or you can do other things to it. I think what I will do is I will just go ahead and share it. And let's see if it brings up the page here. Normally I don't share directly, I just usually put the link in, but I'll go ahead and Alright, and then I will post that. It takes a minute or two. I'll go ahead and shrink that down while we're waiting, and then I'm going to hit OK. So now what you can do is, I always like to save the project. Come down here to File, Save Project. And I'm going to save it to that same file that I created, that same file folder. In case I ever have to go back in and make any changes, I can open it directly from here. So as it's saving that folder, I'll go back out to that folder, excuse me, and so what it's doing, it's dropping those files, this whole project into these here, and then if you ever need to go back in and bring this up, you have that project saved. So it's still saving here, and meanwhile what I'll do is I'll go back out here, and I will go ahead and I copied that URL number, and I'm just going to go ahead and place that in, and I'm going to hit return, and it comes up here, and you can hear the music playing, and you can listen to the music while you view your scrapbook. And share it with friends and family that don't live near you. So that's one of the benefits. So anyhow, I just wanted to let you know how to do a flipbook. It says that a save project completely has been done. And so now this is what you would open up in that folder. This is what you would click to open up this project again if you needed to. And I'm going to go over here, and I am going to go ahead and quit the Flip PDF Professional. And there you have it. So I would really love for you to like this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We're just getting started. And please share my channel with friends and family that are wanting to either learn how to scrapbook or wanting to maybe have a few extra tips on their scrapbooking. I would really appreciate that. Again, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk at you later.